Mustang interview, another one for us. So I'm here to ask you a couple questions, and then we're going to go into the Christmas concert, probably.
Awesome, let's do it.
All right. So first off, where are you from?
I grew up in a town called Brighton in Michigan.
Okay, and what college did you attend?
I went to Michigan State University.
Okay, and then what led you kind of towards St. Rita from Michigan?
Me and my buddies were all looking for jobs, and one day they slid the computer over to me and said, "You're the only Catholic in the house, you might like this place." And about a week later, I had a job at St. Rita. Came out here to Chicago.
Okay, so I hear there's new band uniforms here.
There
at
are,
St. Rita.
yes.
Okay, so what kind of happened? What's the story behind that?
So the band was growing in numbers, and we didn't really like the design of the old uniforms that we had. So we had a couple students come into my office one day and asked if we could try and rectify that problem. That was about 3 years ago. And ever since then, we've had periodic meetings, and the boys really took a hands-on role in designing the new uniforms, getting the color scheme and all the different elements and what we wanted the uniforms to represent, so that it was St. Rita's iconic uniform. And then we spent about a year and a half fundraising, and the St. Rita community was incredibly generous. And earlier this semester, at a football game during the Prep Bowl playoffs, St. Rita, for the first time in about 30 years, debuted brand new marching uniforms. It's been a really exciting process.
Wow. Okay. So, Mr. Perlberg, so the spirit of the band and everything like that, how does that go into like the concerts and performances that you guys do?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things we do here is we put a lot of emphasis on student leadership, and our guys, especially the elected captains and the drum majors and the leaders, they are a big part about what makes this band go. They have a lot of say in things like what tunes do we want to play at athletic events, and in what ways do we want to be servants to the school. The guys in the band work really hard. They're at every home football game, every playoff football game. They're at every home basketball game. Over the course of the year, we're going to play at soccer games, hockey games. We're going to be at all sorts of St. Rita events like fundraisers and receptions to support the school. And really what it means is when we talk about this band being part of the spirit of St. Rita, they're there physically being a part of the spirit of St. Rita at any event where that could possibly be felt, whether it's playing at Mass every week or singing at Mass every week or being at special events to help support alumni who come back. I mean, these guys are really in touch with what it means, not just to be a current Rita man, but to interact with the ones who've come in all the decades prior to them. And they do a really good job at that.
That's amazing. So I know you got a lot of younger kids, correct?
It's a really young band this year, yeah.
Okay, so how do the leaders kind of direct them? Do they really need direction, or?
Well, you know what's great is it's a lot of culture. And what you love to see is our young guys taking the baton from their upperclassmen. And it's not necessarily always an explicit thing, but we do a really good job in this band of picking up on the cues that the older guys and the leaders set forth, the way you act, the way you play, the way you carry yourself. And thankfully, I mean, that's why you go to a school like this, is to learn not just how to be smart and how to play your instrument well and how to play your sport well, whatever it is you might do, but what kind of person you want to be. And you learn that mostly from watching your older brothers, and these guys do that as well. It's one of the things I love to watch with this group.
The Christmas concert.
Yes.
So what's going on? Can you give us like a sneak preview of what's going on?
Yeah.
I want to ask you a little about that.
Concert's tomorrow night, Friday, December 7th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Admission's $3 or free for students and faculty. It's going to be a really fun one. We've got a lot of cool little surprises. A couple small ensembles that are going to be playing some Christmas music. The honors band's going to do some Christmas music. The jazz band's got a great set ready to go. And there are a couple surprises in each stage of the concert. Guest performers, members of the faculty who are going to perform.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot to really enjoy and do. It's going to be a very, very fun night.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks, Tim.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, and then we look at